Good day, sir. Viewers, as you are watching this program now, make sure you click on the like button, drop your comments, and share this program to others. Subscribe if you are watching for the first time. Calabar and Ijaw youths are claiming that Asari Dokubo is exploiting them for financial gain by involving them in armed activities, forcing them to carry guns and putting their lives in constant danger. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Chief?
Very clearly, you can see what those of you that have watched that video by that young man. You might look at it as a content creator, but I think he's trying to pass a certain information, by trying to make it very clear that, there's a situation now. Of course, Asari Dokubo's ground is highly shaky. He's shaking seriously, and any moment from now, he might collapse. The ground where Asari Dokubo is standing currently now, the youths have rejected him. The youths have rejected any association that has to do with Asari Dokubo. Like he's sensing it, that a time is going to come. Like, yes, you cannot rule out, you cannot laugh over this issue that man have just raised. Though a lot of people can say, after all, it's not by force that you must join Asari Dokubo to go and commit crime and all that, But by the virtue of his position currently now, this is a serious allegation and a very damning one currently now. Because as Asari Dokubo too has come out to say it very clearly that his mission is to kill people as a Muslim. And of course, on so many occasions, he has come out to threaten the entire Igbo race. At the point, sir, we learn that he is one that is in collaboration with the then late President Buhari, repentant Boko Haram that were deployed in the eastern part of the country. And maybe there's a kind of synergy, there's a kind of collabo, and they went after the people. They said they are IPOB and other. And Asari Dokubo said they are scores of human beings murdered, killed by these people. I think the youth themselves of that area, Calabar and Ijaw youth, have come to understand that they are being manipulated, that this is a clear manipulation, and that most of these youth that they die, and when they die, nobody cares for them, that no compensation is being paid. He's not even building any form of company there. He has no one single factory. Of course, what he says is that, there is nobody, a businessman, that Asari Dokubo can actually point at that he is the one that made him. That what he's interested in is to make sure that he organizes the youth, induce or force them to something and begin to use them as a tool to please his Fulani oligarchy and those who converted him to Muslim Islam. And they use, at the end of the day, they lose their lives, they lose their relevance, they lose that. And this one has come out clearly to say, enough is enough. That consequences is going to catch on Asari Dokubo any moment from now if he doesn't come out to confess. And let me tell you, there's no how one tree can make a forest. A tree cannot even make a forest. Now that the youths are realizing, maybe they have certain information we don't have, but it's becoming very clear that the whole thing is going to turn against him. I think that guy said, if he doesn't repent. So there's this reawakening now in the Ijaw, among the Ijaw and Calabar youth who are saying no to Asari Dokubo. Whatever it is, we are not going to be part of whatever you are doing. And remember, that is his strength. And that is where he makes money. He uses this youth to carry out whatever agenda they have at the end of the day. No compensation, nothing. They are not, and then they are saying enough is enough. Currently now, Asari Dokubo, we don't want to be part of this thing you are doing because it benefits you and benefits you only. We, the youth of Calabar and Ijaw, we are going to stop any association we have with you. Let me just tell you, if you look at the history of that Asari Dokubo and how he managed to come to a point where he is, and he believed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one that made him, APC made him, Buhari made him, they gave him contract and all that, now he used it as a weapon of attack to carry out, so all kinds of activities. And the fear that this man has threatened U.S. troops if they try to invade Nigeria. To an extent, he threatened Donald Trump, himself. This may be the reason why there is uprising in the Greeks now against him, so that the US government will know actually who they are not part of what he's doing. In fact, then there's no youth that should come closer to him anymore. So it's a very bad sign on the side of Asari Dokubo, because he is gradually losing ground. At the point, yes, go and watch it. At the point, Asari Dokubo will beg for repentance. Asari Dokubo will beg for, forgiveness. If he does not retract his steps at this particular time now, that everything is becoming very clear, that nobody can determine the future of Nigeria anymore from now. Anything can happen. And remember, the Western world are not joking with the issue of Nigeria currently now. Anything can happen at any time. So Asari Dokubo himself should look inwards and understand that whatever goes up must come down. And you are coming down with determine whether you are going to come down on the negative side or you are going to come down on the positive side. That is a clear word. They are sending signal to him for Asari Dokubo to know. It's not about having whatever. They can disobey you at any time. They can run away from you. Now there's this agitation and reawakening among the Calabar and the Ijaw youth that Asari Dokubo are using us as a tool. You listen to that video to know what that young man is saying, whether he's going to saying the truth or not, whether he's making content or not. But there are elements of truth. There is element of awareness. There's element. What is actually Asari Dokubo fighting for? Why is he using those youths? What is the purpose? You are not guiding any pipeline. You are not guiding anything that we can say, okay, this is your cause, this is what you are championing for. Apart from waking up in the morning, then you look for Nnamdi Kanu or look for an Igbo person that you direct your attack on to just please those who made you to convert to Islam. And that's the picture. And it has its consequences, because people are watching, people are beginning to ask questions. You that is insulting Donald Trump, that said that you would kill Donald Trump, you would destroy him, you would do this, you would bomb his soldiers if they try to enter anywhere in. When they come, they are going to ask questions. Who is Asari Dokubo? Now, if actually they will ask, because I don't think it will take America anything, to catch Asari Dokubo at the end of the day, because those threats he is reeling out, the entire community is in fear. So the youth are beginning to distance themselves now, gradually from the consequences that is going to befall Asari Dokubo or that location or that area, or if American government decide to go after him and Gumi as people who are threatening the entire, and he is also the sole champion of the so-called Igbo Muslim. Tomorrow he come out and he says he's Igbo. The next day he's saying another thing. He's the one that is championing, and nobody. If you are claiming, if you want to be whatever you want to be, that's why it's your business. Nobody's against that. Igbos are not known to be extremists, but do not do everything according to what the moral and natural law says.
Okay, viewers, if you are still watching now, make sure you click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program to others. Subscribe if you have not done so. What should be done to stop young people from being used in fight for someone else's gain?
Oh, is he no longer fighting for Niger Delta, freedom? Is he no longer fighting for resource control? What is Asari Dokubo now fighting for? So what Asari Dokubo is fighting is to use Ijaw youth and Calabar youth, to enrich himself by using them to carry out atrocities within and outside the Greeks. That is all. I don't think he's fighting for Niger Delta again. They are not fighting for Niger Delta people again. And we can see, Niger Delta, in as much as they have so much resources that can better their lives respectively, we can see the kind of damage that is ongoing there on daily basis. And those who we have voices that would have, attracted attention at the end of the day, seem to have aligned with the enemies of Niger Delta. And that is what General Sabuja is saying. He has been saying it. How can you owe a resources and you are the one supervising the resources that is moving from your territory to another territory, something that is inside there? So it speaks a lot of volume about Asari Dokubo's personality and what he claims to be at the moment. I don't think he's fighting for Niger Delta people. Rather, I think he's trying to make sure that he keep a certain youths, as a tool to carry out. Yes, all those tools now. I can tell you, Asari Dokubo has turned Ijaw youths and Calabar youths to Amajiri. That is what it means. Because I don't see any reason why the people should be gathering there. No job, no factory, no nothing, no to leverage on until you say yes, because he who pays the piper determines the tone. You can't gather the mass of youth in that area and they are not doing anything. And you claim you are a big man, you have houses there and all that, but still there is no factory in that Greek that is producing anything that we know that is being owned by Asari Dokubo. That's unfortunate. That is not correct. If actually you believe that this is what it is, what have you done? The Niger Delta is still in ruins today. Go and listen to the Olu of Wari. What Olu of Wari said. The oil exploration is still ongoing. Nobody's talking. There's so much devastation of pollution in the Niger Delta area. The Olu of Wari a few days ago was saying it. So that's a clear pointer that the end and the ground that Asari Dokubo is sitting on is already collapsing, and the consequences of it might be something Nigerians are waiting to see as the drama unfolds. Thank you.
Okay, if you are still watching now, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program to others. God bless you and have a nice day.